This is going to be probably the 5th or 6th time I've tried to make a video on this subject, and some aspect of the universe is stopping me. Like, there's an assumption that, like, maybe that's a message that I shouldn't make the video, and I've considered that, but I think more importantly, it's just a really strange phenomenon that is happening, and if I tried to express it to you, explain to you how things have stopped the ability to say what I'm going to say, you probably wouldn't understand it. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I totally don't get it. Like, it's either directly, it's like either a total direct removal of the videos that I'm making before they can get made, or, you know, I mean, there's no such thing as coincidences, right? Like, it's just not, this doesn't make sense. Anyway, so here's the subject. Like, I believe that people are in a total hypnotic state, and I don't mean everybody. It could be a loud minority, or it could be a majority. It's hard to really tell. It's hard to put your finger on it. But in this hypnotic state, information is not really being received by people. Like, you can show something to someone that's irrefutable, and they won't refute it. Like, because it's irrefutable, they won't necessarily believe it, but they'll hear it. Such as, you know, the news channels that have been caught fabricating things over and over and over again. They have been caught. Like, that's not, no one can refute it. Like, they even admit that we lied about this and we lied about that. Like, and either people are not willing to hear it or believe what they're hearing, or they don't remember what's being said, and that's part of the hypnotic state that I believe people are in. And it's extremely, like, I mean, in my religious point of view, it's extremely AntiChrist. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's nothing but that. Like, it's this total control that this AntiChrist philosophy has over people that makes them. In the book of Revelation, you could point to it pretty drastically and show how the philosophy would be accepted in such a grand way. Like, people would just accept it easily. And it's amazing for people to think, how could that possibly be? How could it be? But it seems to be what's happening. And when I got to the point in my previous video, it was 11 minutes long, when I got to the point where I actually made the statement that it was an Antichrist philosophy, when I tried to replay the video, it stopped at that point and no more. There was nothing else. And then the video crashed completely and wouldn't even, I can't get it back. Like, that's pretty big coincidence, folks. I mean, I don't know. It's not life-changing for most people, but it does show you the depth of the control wherever it's coming from, you know. Earlier in this year, I wrote a book called He Speaks, and in that book I discussed connecting with God and how individuals have the ability to connect with God themselves. Like, they don't need a third-party intervention to make a connection with God, because ultimately that's what Christ was doing. He was teaching us how to connect with the Father like he was connecting with the Father. And I think that we've added so much dogma to the religion that we've made the religion difficult to understand by the average person, who in the end really should just be connecting with their Creator directly, in the same way that their Savior was. If as he was doing on earth, he was connecting with the Father through the Spirit. And so you have this connection of this union between your body, your spirit, and the Father, and that comes through understanding who Christ is. And it's vibrational. Like, the universe is vibrational. Everything's vibrational. That's not refutable. Like, it's not refutable that sound comes in vibrations that are measurable. It's not refutable that light comes in a vibrational wave that's measurable. It's not refutable that every level of the universe has a vibrational frequency, and there's a vibrational frequency causing hypnosis over people. And I believe that to be true. I'm not, you can call me a wacky conspiracy theorist all you want, but I believe that there's a vibration that comes from God, and there's a vibration of the world, and there's a vibration of the AntiChrist. And I say that in a sense of a philosophy, not necessarily like I'm pinpointing an individual and saying this is the Antichrist. I've never really taken that philosophy very far. Even in my earliest book, Christianity and the World's Antichrist, I would not pin down or attempt to pin down or encourage anyone to try to pin down who or what the Antichrist is. More or less that it's a philosophy. It's a way of viewing the world that a lot of people actually have, don't know that they have it, and it's vibrational at the end of the day. That's sort of been my revelation in the past year. And I think that the only thing we can do as individuals is start to learn to connect directly as individuals to our Creator, because there's nothing any one of us can, on an individual basis, do to stop what's happening. Like, I've been out to protests, I've tried to make videos, I've tried to do these different things to try to, open people's minds to the idea that maybe the people that they don't agree with really are hypnotized into believing these lies, and not even seeing the fact that they have been lied to, because their minds in a hypnotic state are only prepared to receive the next bit of information that their trusted sources can give them. They can't think about what happened. That's why even the Dr. Dr. Fauci can go on one day and he can say, you don't need to wear masks, you shouldn't be wearing masks, we don't have to be wearing masks. And then just a few days later, or month, whatever it is, everybody should be wearing a mask. Oh yeah, absolutely, masks are necessary, we need to be wearing them, and that's just the way it is. And people will try to explain that away. Even when they see directly that he said one thing one day and the opposite another day, their minds cannot receive that information because they're set to receive, in their hypnotic state, the next piece of information that their trusted sources are going to give them. So it doesn't matter that they lied. It doesn't matter that they didn't tell the truth. That's true with him. That's true with politicians. Over and over and over again. It's true with news sources. It doesn't matter because they still are hypnotized by those things to believe it. And it really, truly is, in my estimation, my belief system, the work of the Antichrist, and his philosophy on the earth. So hopefully this can get out to somebody. I don't know if it will, but, good luck.